Welcome back again, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain. We've got something special from Dogfish Head tonight. This is Fruit-ful Fort. It's a new release of their Fort beer. Which, let's see, it's an ale brewed with boysenberry, raspberry, blackberry, and elderberry. So, hence the fruitful. Lots of different berries in that version of Fort. It doesn't have this listed on the label, but the untapped entry says this comes in at 17.2% ABV. I'm not telling my wife that because she actually wants to try this because it's fruity and she's got one chilling in the fridge right now. So I'm going to wait, let her drink it, and if she makes it through the whole bottle and wonders why she's so friggin' hammered so fast, well, might be a fun night for me, just sitting back and watching the fun. It does also age well. Anytime you see this cap on a Dogfish Head beer, it's actually meant to be aged as well. So I have one not cellared, but closeted. I don't have a proper cellar, so all my aged beers are closeted. Well, let's get into this one. Check it out. Might save that cap. I think I've only got one kicking around like that. That's an interesting color. It almost looks like it wants to be red, but it winds up being much more of a brownish color. I can smell just a general berry fruity aroma. A little hint of sourness there, but yeah, there are some tinges of red to it, but mostly it's a brown. I think it's just the combination of the different colors from the fruit. It really wants to be either blue or red or maybe even purple, but it just comes out washed out brown with tinges of red where the light's actually coming through. Looks like it's probably pretty cloudy, although I can't really tell. It's just dark enough and effervescent enough. I think it is pretty cloudy, so. But there are a lot of bubbles coming up from that nucleation point on the bottom of the glass, so it's a pretty effervescent beer. I didn't get a good head on it, but that's pretty typical for me. And that is definitely sour and berry and yeah, just a nice general fruity berry aroma with a hint of sourness. Nothing else really coming through, so that's cool. It's not as boozy as I would have expected for a 17.2% ABV beer. It actually comes in a little bit boozy. You get the alcohol burn in the finish, though, that's for sure. It comes in a little bit boozy, but it quickly fades to just this really nice fruity flavor. I don't know, it's like a bowl full of mixed berries with a shot of vodka added, I guess. I'm getting mostly fruity flavor in the middle there. As it fades, I am getting a little bit of graininess, some malt character, but nothing I can really put my finger on. No real hop esters coming through for me. No impression of pine or citrus. Just a little hint of sourness overall from the fruitiness of the beer. It's very smooth. It's got a nice light mouthfeel to it. As you let it linger, some subtle hints of each type of berry are coming out. I got to admit, I'm not really familiar with what elderberries taste like. So elderberry? Yeah, elderberry. So I might not pick up on that. But I am getting some hints of the raspberry, the blackberry, which are very similar in flavor, but there are some subtle differences. And the boysenberry, and then there is this other berry flavor, which must be the elderberry. But they're kind of rotating on my tongue as I sit and let it linger. I think talking, getting some airflow over the palate is really going to help bring that out. But it is a nice, interesting, rotating berry flavor. Got a hint of sweetness to it. That booziness I mentioned is fading quickly. Like I said, it's like a bowl full of mixed berries with a shot of vodka poured over it, because you do get that alcohol burn in the finish, as if you just took a shot, coupled with the little bit of booziness up front, which, I mean, you can't help it. The thing is almost 20% ABV. You're going to get that booziness no matter what. But it blends so smoothly with the rest of the beer and that berry flavor that it's like having a nice mixed drink rather than a really strong boozy beer, which a lot of beers that come in like that do. Overall, I'm very impressed by how well put together this beer is, and how well they've overcome that boozy flavor for something that's so high in alcohol content. I'm sitting at least a 4. I think I'm going to bump this up to a 4.5. I'm not quite ready to give it a 5 because I'm not blown away. I'm not enjoying it that much. It's not like a perfect beer for me, but it's as close as I can get. It's really good. It's delicious. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens with the one I've got aging. But with the price tag on this, I'm probably not going to invest in too many of them, but I would definitely recommend you get at least a bottle and check it out, because it is worth having at least once. Whew, pardon. I mean, their regular Fort is a pretty damn good beer. This just kind of takes it to the next level with a nice shot of berry flavor. I spent a lot of time talking about those flavors because I'm not getting much of the beer in here. I'm getting a little bit of malty graininess there in the right before the finish, and I think that's also pushing it back for me because I'm not getting much beer character. So I think if I had more of the beer character and maybe a little bit of citrusy hoppiness, I don't know how well that would blend with the berries, but I think just a little more beer, this being a little bit more like a beer, I think would bump it up to a 5. But right now we're sitting at a 4.5. Anyway, I've said enough about it. I'm gonna stop babbling because I'm sure this is gonna hit me faster than I thought. I've been used to lower ABV beers lately, maybe 10s at the most. So by the time I'm done with this, it should be an interesting evening. Let me know what you have to say about the beer if you've had it. Hit me up down in the comments, the email link down below. I'd like to hear from you. Know what you have to say. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, you'll get notifications whenever I post a new video. Until next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.